In the Android world, Samsung's Galaxy series and Google's Pixel are recognized as the best of the best. And part of that has to do with their excellent cameras. Now, last year when I reviewed the vivo X70 Pro Plus, I said you need to pay attention to Vivo also, because its cameras are so good. Dare I say, even better than its closest competitors, which is why I'm so excited to be reviewing that phone's successor. Hi, I'm MICHAELJOSH, your gadget matchmaker, helping you find the right device to match your needs. This is our vivo X80 Pro unboxing and review. Before we get down and dirty, I'm sure many of you are wondering, what do I get when I pick up a vivo X80 Pro? So let's start with a quick unboxing. Like previous models, it comes in this square black box. When you lift up the cover, you're immediately greeted by the phone, and I can't wait, so let's peel off this plastic to get a closer look. Nice, very similar to last year, but with a circular shaped camera module built into the rectangular module. Underneath, a smaller box containing a faux leather case and some user guides. And deep down inside here, there's an 80-watt flash charge adapter, a USB-C to A cable, some USB-C earphones, and extra ear tips. For those who are unfamiliar, Vivo updates its X series every 6 months or so. In March 2021, we got the X60 series, and last September, we got the X70 series. The X80 is the first update of 2022. Now, I've been following Vivo's design evolution for many years now, and I'm thrilled that Vivo is settling on its own design language. The phone takes a lot of design cues from its predecessor, the X70 series. The back glass has a similar matte coating with tiny speckles of glitter. A bit more aggressive this time around, but still a nice touch. It's only available in this color, Cosmic Black, and like the vivo X70 Pro Plus, which we reviewed late last year, the camera module is a large rectangle that spans the entire back of the phone. But encased within it is a circular module, meant to evoke a camera lens. I don't mind it, but it does make last year's design feel understated, and I like that one better. Before we move on, I felt like it was important to clarify that while in the past, the X series had 3 models. For example, last year there was the X70, X70 Pro, and X70 Pro Plus. This year there's only 2, the X80 and X80 Pro. The phone we're featuring in this video, the X80 Pro, is the successor to last year's X70 Pro Plus, and you'll see that both externally and internally, they are similar. Both share a similar design and display size, and a similar spec sheet. So, what's new? Well, while both phones feature a 6.78-inch AMOLED display with a WQHD Plus resolution and a 120Hz refresh rate, this year the display is adaptive, meaning it can shift between 1 Hz to 120 Hz depending on what you are doing. This helps conserve battery, but if you really want to keep it on all the time, you can go into settings and turn off Smart Switch. Gamers will also appreciate that the response rate has gone up from 240 Hz to 300 Hz. Of course, you can also expect a spec bump. The X80 Pro runs Qualcomm's most recent top-of-the-line Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip. RAM and storage are still the same 12 and 256GB config, but Vivo promises faster read-write speeds thanks to Samsung's next-gen Solvit controller. Vivo is also using a larger vapor chamber to help provide better cooling. The X80 Pro also has dual speakers, so there are speakers here in the earpiece, as well as right here on the bottom right-hand side of the phone. Whether you're watching Netflix or listening to music, it's sufficiently loud and has good clarity and balance of vocals and background instruments. If you use headphones, you can also go into settings to manually adjust the sound quality and customize sound profiles depending on your preferences. The sensor area for the 3D ultrasonic fingerprint scanner has also been increased, and unlock times are very snappy. No complaints here. The X80 Pro features a larger 4,700 mAh battery versus the X70 Pro Plus. It also supports 80-watt flash charge versus 55 watts. If you recall, in my X70 Pro Plus review, I did mention that charging times were just okay. That's changed on the X80 Pro. A 10-minute charge from 0 resulted in a 33% charge. A full charge took only 40 minutes. Like last year's model, there's also support for 50 watts wireless flash charge with a compatible Vivo wireless charger. The biggest improvement, however, to the X80 Pro is in terms of photography and videography. Headlined by a new Samsung GNV sensor, which as of the publishing of this video, isn't found on any other smartphone. That 50 megapixel sensor is for its wide camera. It comes with OIS and an f1.57 aperture. The ultra-wide angle camera is the same as on the X70 Pro Plus, 48 megapixels, f2.2 using Sony's IMX598. There's an 8 megapixel periscope camera with 5x optical zoom and a new 12 megapixel gimbal portrait camera. This 50mm gimbal portrait camera lets you capture clear action shots. With the camera panning feature, you also get this linear motion blur effect after taking a photo. Previously, the gimbal system or gimbal stabilization was available on the ultra-wide angle camera. Now it's on the portrait camera. The X80 series also features a custom imaging chip built by Vivo called V1 Plus. This enables a diverse feature set and optimizes energy consumption. So when you're filming against the light, for example, you can tap on AI video enhancement so the subject is sufficiently exposed without blowing out the background. The same applies to still images. Whether you're taking a photo of a backlit building, sunset at the beach, or an ultra-wide photo with a lot going on, colors are accurate, highlights and shadows are balanced, images are clear and crisp. Also of note is Vivo's partnership with Zeiss. All the lenses on the X80 Pro have Zeiss patented T-Star coating, which helps reduce those nasty reflections when photographing lights at night. Notice in this photo of the neon sign at Stoneground Kitchen, the iPhone 13 Pro Max's shot has glare on the 4 spotlights, while the Vivo X80 Pro with that Zeiss T-Star coating manage all that glare. In a shot of a boulangerie, the Vivo X80 Pro managed the highlights better too. The ultra-wide angle lens performs the same way. In the X80 Pro's photo, you can read all the neon signs, while on the iPhone, a lot of them are blown out. Here's a very glaring example, pun intended. A photo of a Tesla Model 3 at night. It's almost as if the headlights were dimmed in the X80 Pro's photo and full blast on the iPhones. And finally, this photo of the Utah Jazz icon against an LED billboard. The difference the Zeiss T-Star coating makes is just insane. While X-series phones have always had excellent cameras, this year Vivo has improved its low-light performance even further. And here are some samples. With extreme night vision, the X80 Pro quite literally sees in the dark. We set up this scene in a room without any light source, and to illustrate this even further, this is what the Sony a7S Mark II can capture. Bumped to ISO 409,600, this is what it looks like. And now, this is what the Vivo X80 Pro can see. The colorful Dunsen box is sharp and clear. Notice the photo retains all of its colors. In this other example, you can also see the details of the potted moss in the background and the colorful coasters from Graph Lance. There's also a new cinematic mode for video. When enabled, it simulates a 2.39:1 aspect ratio and some classic color grading effects. You can also adjust the blur depending on how creamy you want the bokeh to be. But you know what? Enough talk. Here is a video montage of clips we shot around Brooklyn, Los Angeles, and Salt Lake City. The Vivo X80 Pro retails for 86,999 Indian rupee, about 10 grand more than the X70 Pro Plus from last year. The non-Pro model starts at 59,999. Vivo says the X80 Pro will be available in all of these countries, including Hong Kong, India, and Southeast Asia. So, is the Vivo X80 Pro your gadget match? Over the years of covering Vivo, I've seen them roll out a lot of innovative features that have really made them stand out as a smartphone manufacturer. And along the likes of Samsung and Google, I can confidently say that Vivo is another major player in the Android smartphone space. Their X80 Pro is definitely a phone that you should look out for, and I wish it was available in more countries. Oh, and it also deserves the GadgetMatch seal of approval. The updates on the X80 Pro aren't flashy or gimmicky, but solid improvements across the board, from the cameras to the display to battery and even charging. And that was our vivo X80 Pro unboxing and review. If you like videos like this one, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, and while you're at it, hit that bell icon so that you get notified as soon as we upload. Follow me on social media for all the behind-the-scenes fun stuff, and as always, for news and updates, make GadgetMatch.com your daily habit. Until the next video, I'm MICHAELJOSH. Thanks for dropping by.